help the environment. And so just like a long hike, just take it one step at a time. And so I also included this photo here because I didn't include any other dreamy trail photos, but I put one in there. And this is just to remind you that this can be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And it's just about having fun and getting out there, forming lifelong friendships with people, and just enjoying the experience. And also, anything can be part of a healthy diet in moderation. And finally, again, if you want more detailed info, or if you want to download the free guide that I mentioned earlier that has the Stoveless Uncooked Book Guide, but it also has a lot of other nutrition principles in it, that's free on my website, katiegerber.com. And then you can also email me with any questions. I love talking about this stuff. I'll be available all day downstairs at my table. Come, show me your food bag, ask questions. So thank you guys for your attention, and I'll open it up for questions.
If you've never done cookless before, like the ramen, I've always had ramen heated and you boil it. I mean, is that like an hour-long soak? I mean, do you have to just figure out how long these soaks are? Like you plan ahead, like an hour before you're gonna have dinner?
Exactly, yeah. There's a little bit of experimentation with it, like how much water to add and how long, but usually 60 minutes or more is good for pretty much anything that I've tried out. Just play around with it and how much water you need, but it's pretty easy. You get used to it, and if you're hungry enough, you're like, all right, I'll eat a little bit of crunchy noodles. Like, I'm pretty hungry, so yeah. Anything else? Yeah.
Eating oatmeal, old-fashioned oatmeal, if you don't soak it in water, just eat it right out of the container, does that affect your nutritional uptake?
Oh, sure. Yeah, so he asked if you're eating old-fashioned oatmeal right out of the container and you're not soaking it, whether it affects the nutritional uptake. Not that I know of. It might break down some of like the resistant starch and carbohydrates more, but overall, it's not going to really affect the nutrition of it that much. I can only imagine it's a little hard to get down because it sounds pretty dry to me, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. No. Anyone else have questions?
Question, other than talking about nutritional deficiencies, and you mentioned some of the probiotics, but I haven't heard from the diets as far as supplements, from a 1-a-day to fish oil and other things.
Yep, yeah, supplements, I mean, I can't make any recommendations specifically because I don't know what your situation is. It's gonna be pretty individualized and personalized, but I mentioned in my ebook, I mentioned some common deficiencies. Some of them can be like vitamin E, vitamin D. Again, probiotics is a big one. Fish oil is great for anti-inflammatory. So it'll really depend on you. And again, I cover a couple of those in that book, but yeah. Yep, Disco.
So my question is about the worst case scenario. I know on the Grand Enchantment Trail a couple of years ago, I would get to towns that literally the only place to buy food in that town was a Family Dollar or a convenience store. And so let's say that you didn't plan ahead, you didn't send yourself a mail drop, and you're stuck with having to resupply for 3 or 4 days out of a Family Dollar or a 7-Eleven.
Yep.
Can you offer any advice in that situation?
Sure. In that kind of situation, I would go to the best possible things that I could find there. So it's often going to be, those places usually have some kind of trail mix. So I'll look for one that doesn't have a bunch of those added oils to it. Make sure you're getting ones that are just the nuts and the fruit in them. So nuts, dried fruits are often at those kind of places. You can usually find some kind of oatmeal, and then usually some kind of bars or maybe tuna packets or some kind of packet of meats, something like that. So again, that's where I would look at ingredient labels and just say, okay, I'm looking for the things that have the most whole food ingredients listed on the label, and also the least amount of ingredients. So that's what I would do. And blocks of cheese, they usually have them in the dairy section there, or maybe a cured meat of some sort. So just kind of finding those things that really are just as least processed as possible, and you're going to be better off that way. Yep. Yep.
Eggs, you didn't mention eggs, you mentioned tuna packs, fish packs, but hard-boiled eggs, I mean, are they worth hauling with you? Is that more of a town kind of food, just like eating a tomato or an avocado makes sense?
I think it's up to you. I love packing out fresh food the first day or two, like packing out hard-boiled eggs or cheese or avocado and protecting them like within either like a cookpot stove or within my jar. You know, like Dirtmonger mentioned, putting his avocado inside his jar so it doesn't get smashed. But yeah, eggs. I think you can totally take out hard-boiled eggs for the first day or two, especially if you're packing somewhere cool and you kind of keep them centered in your pack where it's going to stay a little cooler rather than like baking in the sun.
And they will, if they're
In the
already
shell?
in the shell, they
Yeah.
will stay fresh in your bag for 4 or 5
Days, yeah.
And
Months,
cheese,
actually.
and yes, and cheese as well.
Yeah.
Cheese as well.
Yep. Awesome. Yes?
What is your opinion about magnesium, taking magnesium in the evening to help with recovery and crampings?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Actually, most of the population is deficient in magnesium anyways, so it's definitely good if you're using your body a lot as well. It can help with rest. You know, if your legs are still like the neurons are firing a lot, it can help settle down your restless leg syndrome and stuff like that. It's good for sleep. So yeah. I
So
think-
would you recommend a certain kind or milligram or amount?
No, I would say you just have to research that, like for you and for what your specific needs that you're looking for. But yeah, you can usually do like there's different kinds like citrate or glycinate or things like that. I think it's the glycinate, I believe, is the one that's better for rest. But you just have to double check on that. Yeah.
A lot of supplements are not regulated by the FDA, so you can look for like a USP verification, and that'll tell you like what exactly is in the supplement and what's on the label. So you
That's
can kind of
great,
rest
yeah.
assured that you know what you're actually taking.
That's great advice. Yeah. Awesome. Any other questions? Sure.
Does your ebook address like people have dietary restrictions? They're vegan or they have dairy or out,
If people have dietary restrictions, are they able to use
your
the-
ebook, does your ebook address that?
Oh, yeah. Most of the stuff that's in there can be adapted to, and that's the idea, is that it can be customizable and adapted to really any diet. So if you don't eat meat, just don't take that. If you eat vegan, there's really, I would say I unintentionally ate like 90% vegan on the trail. So yeah, it can definitely be adapted. Yep. Anything else? Awesome, cool, yeah, so come find me later and come ask any questions if you have them.
All right, thank you so much, Salty. That was super informative and helpful. Awesome. Salty's going to be here all day, so she's got a table set up downstairs. Sorry, let me just get out here so I'm not weird at the side there. So if you have some more specific questions about, this or that, or what can I substitute in place of the little Debbie bars that I've been carrying, go get some suggestions. It's a great place to start. And I think what she said is really important, that when you're talking about changing up anything when it comes to enjoying the outdoors, the important thing is to just trying something small, and it grows from there, be it lighting your pack, going stoveless, changing up what you eat. And the important thing is to just keep being open to change, right? So the next bit that we have scheduled, we have 3 sessions for the next, basically 20-minute sessions for the next hour, okay? So during this next hour, there's 3 sessions, and all the times are posted around here, but it's 10:50 to 11:10, 11:15 to 11:35, and then 11:40 to 12. And what's gonna happen is, during all 3 of those sessions, MacGyver, who's setting up back here, putting his cape on, he's going to be doing a CalTopo demonstration here. So if you've never used CalTopo software, it's pretty easy to use, but it's like, how do I do this? He's going to set up his laptop and he's going to give you a demo of what you can do with CalTopo and how to use it. At the same time, Kimchi is going to be downstairs where all the vendors are, in the very back of the room, and she's going to be doing a demo on Gaia, which is a navigation app that you can use on your phone. And at the same time, we have people doing shakedowns also downstairs in the vendor room. Okay, so you can go to all of those things. You can come to CalTopo twice if you don't get it the first time. All of those things are going to be happening on that rotating schedule. Now, I still have a couple pack shakedown spots left over, and if you did not bring your backpack, please feel free to go watch someone else get a pack shakedown. You still can learn a lot just from watching someone else go through their backpack with someone. Okay, you might be like, oh yeah, I also have that thing, and I think I want to change it out for this, or maybe I haven't thought of that. So feel free to just, assert yourself there and just kind of, hover like a weirdo over someone's stuff, okay? So all of those things are going to be happening on that rotating schedule, and the schedule is posted all over. It's the session 1, session 2, session 3, okay? So we are going to dismiss you guys from here. Remember, there are great raffle here. Make sure you get your raffle tickets downstairs. And just remember, CalTopo is going to be up here on that rotating schedule. I highly encourage you to come to at least one of those sessions because it's really, really easy to use, awesome software. Gaia is going to be downstairs, and pack shakedowns are going to be downstairs. And I will also be downstairs announcing that the session is wrapping up and making fun of people in the room and all that kind of stuff. Okay?
Perfect.
So our first of the rotating session starts in 5 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, so if you're going to be in CalTopo,